So Granny and me and Katie and Ira are on our way over to Blue Ridge, Georgia. Granny needs to go take back some stuff she bought. It's kind of nice, 4 generations, if you think about it that way.
I'm waving in the mirror. Yeah, that's right.
4 generations.
Since we have Ira with us.
Corey and Woodrow would have come too, but Corey had a dentist appointment, so she couldn't come. So Papa's babysitting Woodrow, and we're getting to go shopping.
You excited, Granny?
Yeah, I'm happy to go shopping. I love to go shopping.
Well, we went in TJ Maxx, and now Granny wants to go in Rose's. You like Rose's?
Yeah,
I don't. This is the only Rose's in our area, isn't it? And it's not really in our area. It's a little bit away from home.
Yeah.
You'll have to tell us if you still have Rose's in your area. Ira and me are looking at the artificial flowers, thinking about Decoration Day coming up. Granny always takes care of Pap's grave. Aren't those pretty though, the cross? But I was thinking about Miss Cindy's. I have one thing at home already. Boy, that one's pretty though. Then here's some smaller ones. Well, we made it home. Just pulled up in Granny's driveway. Did you have a good time, Granny?
I had a real good time. Yeah, I love to go shopping.
We come back by Spud's shack. He had something for me and got to see someone that I've not seen in years, Mr. Jim Williams. It was a true pleasure. So we had a really great trip, and I think Ira's, he's ready to he's climbing out back there. He's ready to be home and get out of the car too. But we had a good trip, didn't we, Granny?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Ivy blooms are starting to fall. And they just carpet the woods with white, pinkish white. Makes it look almost like it snowed. Matt's already thinking about deer season.
Yep, always.
It's nice. Granny Gazzy's rose is just in full bloom. Got some little bugs on it too. Looks like they may have been eating on it. It smells so good. It's one of those old-timey roses that just, the scent is just amazing. Only blooms once though, then it's done till next year. Finally got my 14-day pickles canned. They look really nice. I did it yesterday, so they've been sitting and cooling, and I've made sure they're all sealed. And now it's time to store them, of course, but I'm going to go ahead. I like to just write the year on top of all of my canned goods so I'll know what year it was. Now, if it's something that I can't really tell what it is, maybe if it's if I made grape jelly and blueberry jelly or something, then I would write that on there too. Or if I'm going to give it to somebody because I want them to know. But for these, it's really obvious what they are. I can see the cucumber, and I can see the little cloves in there that are still there. So for them, all I'm going to do is write 25 on them. And I ended up with, I was really excited. I knew I had more than a kind of a regular run of 14-day pickles. So I ended up with 22 pints. So I'm very, very happy about that. We can eat all the potato salad and tuna fish that we want now. That's what we were missing out on. And I won't make any more of these pickles this year. That'll be it. And depending on how many we eat, I might not even make them again next year. once you start putting back food or putting up food, you kind of learn your own rhythm and learn what you eat a lot of and how much you need, and there's all different ways of doing it. Some people can the same thing every year. Some people take the outlook like, this year I'm going to focus on green beans, and they just can a lot of green beans, and then they don't can any next year, or maybe even the next year. Canning experts will tell you that most stuff lasts about a year. I found that it lasts longer than that, and a lot of people agree with me. You may not, and that's okay. You have to find your own way. But in other words, they just do like a big batch of something. Maybe they just do tomatoes, and they're doing it thinking that's going to last me 2 years or 3 years or whatever. And then next year I won't have to worry about tomatoes. I'll just worry about green beans, or vice versa, whatever they're making. So, and then there is, if you're somebody that puts up stuff all the time, there's some years that maybe you eat more of something than you did the year before, or maybe you don't eat as much. And then there's always the great pleasure of finding something new that'll always be in your canning lineup. Over the years, I've tried stuff that I liked okay, but not enough to ever do it again. And then I've found other things like the canned coleslaw that I've made for 2 years now. I just can't see a year that I would ever not make that. We like it so much. It's already gone. I mean, we've eaten it all. I need to make more than I did the past 2 years. The first year I just tried it. And last year I think I doubled it, but I need to more than double it. So that's on my agenda for this year. And then all the years that I've canned tomatoes, every year I always do. Last year was the first year I really ever tried canning tomato juice, and I did it really because I didn't want to wait. I just was tired, and I didn't want to fool with the little Tommy toes I had. And I have a steam juicer, and one of you lovely people sent me a couple of years ago, and so I put them all in it and thought I'll just try that and see if it gets the juice out and how that works and can it. I did, and it's been so great. I've loved it so much, so I'll definitely do that again. So if you are somebody that puts up food, you know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, maybe this is some little tidbits that'll help you on your journey. You don't have to have it all figured out. As you begin to put up food, you see what your family really, really likes, what they liked okay, but not really, and it didn't get eat. That helps you plan as you go forward. Now I just got to take all these downstairs. Matt's come down to the big garden to do something with the tiller, and I see you brought the saw. You're going to be sawing some stuff, maybe?
I don't know. I just brought it and see if there's anything I can reach that needs it, but it looks like most of it's out of reach, even for that.
This is his new pole saw, and he really likes it. You've been using it all over the place, ain't you?
I did yesterday evening. It works pretty good.
While he does that, I'm going to go out and see if I can replant some of the winter squash that didn't come up. I brought my little seed basket here. Lots of weeds in this part, but also this is where our winter squash was planted, and only a few of them have come up. You can see that mound right there, maybe one other mound. So it's been long enough that I think all of them should have come up, so I'm going to replant them. And I don't have any memory of what I planted where. I said it on the video when we planted them so that I would know, so I'm just going to start over. But I brought some markers, so I'll just mark the places as I plant. I got them all the little mounds planted, except the ones that are already coming up. I didn't plant anything in them, so I did more butternut, more candy roaster, green and white cushaw, and the Chambers Creek pumpkin, and then more of the hard shell that I really wanted to try. And I think that's all. More butternut and green and white down there. And then I left the mounds where there had been something come up. So I may have planted more of something or other, but that'll be okay. These are all things that we like and use each year. I love to grow winter squash because they're so easy to store most of the time. Once they're cured, kind of dried out on the porch is how we do it, and then they'll just stay around in my kitchen for the rest of the winter. Most of the time. You have to keep an eye on them, but most of the time they'll last all the way till the next growing season. Matt got done what he needed to do down there, and we hoed a little bit around the winter squash. It's really, really humid, but we're going to try to do a few more things before we go in. We're trying to work around the rain. We've had so much rain, which we're not complaining after last year was so dry. This year may turn out to be dry, but so far it's been normal, I guess, for us, hasn't it? It's been normal. It's not that it's been super wet, too wet. It's just been normal, more normal. But we have had to work around the rain showers and the thunderstorms to get things planted. So Matt's made me 4 little mounds right here, and we're just going to do just squash and zucchini in it. Yeah, we could try some diatomaceous earth. Huh?
Diatomatic earth.
Diatomatic, yeah, I've got some over there. I was going to put some around some of the flowers that the little slugs are eating. That is, Matt's asking what the big tall thing is over there by the yellow flowers. That is a parsnip from last year. And I just let it continue to grow to see how it did. I mean, the parsnips didn't do anything for us, but I just wanted to see what it was doing. You can see it's about to bloom. I guess we should pull it up, probably. I brought out some other seeds we're going to plant in between where we've been pulling up the onions and pulling up the radishes, eating those. So we've got some basil, some bush cucumbers, and some dill. Where do you want to put the, what do you think? Don't matter to you, I don't guess, does it?
No.
Let's try, let's put the cucumbers right in here. I don't know if they'll do any good or not, but we'll see. Matt replanted some of the beans that hadn't come up. Mostly they look really great, but there was 1 or 2 little gaps, so we replanted those. And now we're back to the cucumbers. The other bed of cucumbers all come up. They were beautiful. Everything's looking great. In this bed, only 1 cucumber come up, so I'm going to replant them. And I don't even remember what I planted, but I think I'm just going to do Arkansas Traveler. Or no, it's not Arkansas Traveler, that's a tomato. It's the Little Leaf Arkansas Little Leaf. I'm going to plant some of those, and I'm going to do the Silver Slicer. I'm just going to do them. You can see all these little tomato volunteers. Those are this little tiny tomato. I need to pull some of those up. That's too many to leave. But little tomato called Matt's Cherry. I think it's actually like Matt's Sweet Cherry or something. It's a little bitty tomato, but it's really prolific, tastes wonderful. It's just tiny, but it reseeds itself. Of course, I planted it many years ago because of the name, because I wanted to plant it because of Matt.
So when you get to be big-time mega YouTube stars like me, they name vegetables after you.
Yeah, well, I think that vegetable had its name before you was a YouTube star, before you was a YouTube sensation. Sorry to burst your bubble there.
I'm not a sensation at all. I'm sensationally ignorant.
Anyway, we love it. It tastes great, but I never planted it after that first year because it is just so tiny. It's hard to do anything with it, but thankfully it just reseeds itself. So we usually have at least some back here. There's some up front in one of my flower beds, and we just kind of snack on them. I don't really harvest them per se, but we snack on them. I did harvest some of them last year though to make my tomato juice, just because that was so easy to throw them in. Another thing I thought about planting in here, I really don't want to, but I'm curious, is still thinking about the squash bugs. You know, we've tried everything. We've tried nasturtiums, we tried marigolds, we tried pine boughs, just putting pine in there. Nothing really helps except the pepper spray that I used last year. We'll definitely use that again this year. I could put the link for that in the description. But I read again this week that garlic might work. So I've got these garlic chives. I think I might put some of these in here, maybe in this end, and maybe find a place over there just to put a few. I may regret doing that, but I think that's what I'm going to do. There's the one little cucumber. We'll pull that up.
Can you say tickle tickle?
Tickle tickle?
You can say
I did.
Tickle, pickle, eat a pickle.
tickle tickle. Tiki tiki. I said that a minute ago and he said it. the stainless steel table that the machine's on right now, you can go in there and replace one of those wood tables.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you won't be here tomorrow evening.
No.
Just eating.
Let's go up there to that top and put some peas up there, and I think we'll about be through.